Mr. President, I hope all is well and I come in peace. But I just want to say we are tired, man. And you know what really pisses me off is the fact that I can see my neighbors in traffic for all these hours and everybody is comfortable. They can't even stop and say, but this is too much. You leave home, you wake up at 5 and leave at 6 a.m. and you drop off a kid in Chisasi, which is like 7 kilometers from your home, and then another 10 to town. 6, 7, 8, 9. You get to town, you've left Chira at 6 a.m. and you get to town at 9. I mean, how can you have a population that is in discomfort? Even when we talk about the real estate economics and you say, the town has moved on from being monocentric to policy. People can't afford to be near CBD, like, you know, Kololo, the Naguru. Those are expensive places. We can't afford rent there, we can't afford to buy. So we move on, the polycentrics, we move on to Chira, Buate, Bulindo. We go far away. And sometimes even we can afford Naguru, but you have one bedroom which is small. So you want to have a bigger space and all that. But we know it will come at a cost, which is traffic jam. But it can't be 4 hours. Look at our roads in Chira. They've not been fixed. They've been fixing them for how long? 2 years ago, I went to UNO. I said, what's going on? Why is this road being done? They said, oh, some 77 landlords, they want to be compensated. They want more than 300 million. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Mumaronda will be, I don't know, Semuji's opposition. Now we have another roof raff of an MP. I just don't understand. Transport is key. You can't have a population that is in discomfort. Bosses here now, you know, you have to clock in at 8 and then out at 5 p.m. So at lunchtime, you go to parking lots, people are sleeping because they don't have enough time, because you're going to spend 3 hours, 4 hours in traffic getting to town. Transport was given to take you back to history. These, you know, white people colonized us because they had horses. A horse was very important for the Ottoman Empire. You know, a horse can cover, you know, a horse can fight 200 men. That's why here Africans, we had lions, you can't domesticate it, it will eat you. They had horses, they had to move. Transport was key back then when they conquered the water. But here, 2026, you have to 4 hours for 17 kilometers. I mean, what's going on? What's going on, man? Can all roads be fixed? When are they going to be done? God damn it. You can't be in jam all this 4 hours. And then now we have to go back at 4:30. If you don't go back at 4:30, if you don't leave, you're going to get back at Chira at 10 p.m. That's why there are so many divorces, by the way, in Chira. Go to the Chira court now. Go to the magistrate and ask, Mr. President, about 74 people file for divorce, couples in Chira. 74 weekly, they file for divorce. And you know why? Because of traffic jam. Yeah? Last night, you can't go home. You just sit in the traffic. Let me just sit in this kafunda. Before you know it, it's 1. Madam is complaining. The next day, she's filing for divorce. Mr. President, I'm telling you this. Please, if you think I'm kidding, you come to my house tomorrow, Merito Road, Jk Close. Let's leave at 6 together. And you'll see what time we'll get to town. Even if you try to, it's impossible. Because people, you don't know jam. People around you do not know jam. They're all in we. Oh, God. Mr. President, do these contractors of roads have time limit, do they have targets, or they just fix and even up to 2031, they'll be fixing? Mr. President, please help us.